Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is week 4 of AI agent industry update, particularly signal in the noise. There's a lot you see in the news, lot of, impactments, announcements, researches happening. But what is the opportunity for tomorrow? And that's what we focus here in Signal in the Noise. I'm Kanch. I am in this industry and I love to analyze research and learn more about it. So let's start for week 4. Industry research wise, I like these 3 researchers. One is the Work Trend Index published by Microsoft. And this goes through in detail with respect to what are the core issues they see. Particularly, the report introduces a new concept called the agency equation. As AI agents increasingly handle routine execution, human agency expands, shifting the employee role towards direction, judgment, and high value decision making. But they also identify significant shifts like cognitive work, high value premium. How do you get a frontier professional? What are the core human skills they're looking for? And what is an organization look like? When managers actively use model, employees show a 17-point lift in reported AI value, a 22-point lift in critical thinking, and 30% point lift in trust towards agentic AI. I thought this was really a well done work trend index report. I highly recommend you have a look at it. Then there was a Cisco study done in CIO, which had 650 executive interviews on how agent scaling is becoming a problem. This is super important because it highlights the key problem area, which is in network, AI agent identity issues. And the question which keeps coming up, how do I shift my workforce towards, making progress, real-time visibility? What are the things which are needed was well written, in my opinion. Next, we come back to a persistence research. I particularly like this because it shows how the market trends. Currently, it's estimated to be 23 billion, but in 7 years, it's expected to be a 180 billion share. And it goes through details about what does the annual growth look like, what is the enterprise adoption looks like. So I really liked this research as well. Please have a look at it. Then going back to key announcements, Google had its I.O. So there was Anti-Gravity, Google Gemini Omni, Gemini Spark, and there were like 100 announcements. I have the links specified here. Anthropic announced an acquiring with Stainless, and it's super important because it reinforces where the industry is going, particularly with APIs. Anthropic had a major win with 𝘕𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒕 joining the pre-training team, and we look forward to seeing what are the key things that are going to come out of this. I'm adding this must-watch video again. This is the 3rd week in a row, which showcases Boris, who is the founder of Claude Code, walking through how to use Claude Code. I really loved it. Please do have a look at it. All of this with links is available in the groups. Please do subscribe so that you can have a look at it and see. Next, we jump into the deep dive. I'm just going to focus on 6 signals that is important for you to be able to see. So the first signal, what we see is a catalyst. The frontier of AI is shifting rapidly from models that merely answers questions, connecting to external systems, APIs, to an AI that takes over execution. Human agency is expanding. Workers are now expected to identify clear intent, define the quality bar, apply the judgment for execution. Next comes to the next signal, which is the transition of the answer interface to answer inference to agentic inference. The one which is optimized for speed and latency, whereas the other one is enterprise ability. Why this is needed? This is where the agent identity, network, governance, all of that comes into picture. This is super important, the budget wall and the token economy. The industry is shifting from flat rate fees to token-based billing. It is completely blowing up the annual budget in a matter of months, with companies like Uber burning its 2026 AI budget in just 4 months. The opportunity there is strategic firms are now treating infrastructure as a strategic business decision. Particularly Salesforce, for example, is projecting a 300 million spent on tokens alone, betting that the resulting productivity gains will eventually make everything to be cheaper. Next comes to the digital twins. High-stakes industries like pharmaceuticals are embedding AI into entire development continuum to bridge the gap between research and development. Amgen is using something called digital twins, AI-enabled patient-level predictive model to design clinical trials around individual patients. This shifts the focus from broad population parameters to personalized synthetic controls, increasing trial efficiency and probability of success. Fifth signal, this is the most important signal. Agentic AI systems are already making autonomous supply chain decisions. But when an agent misinterprets data, the financial and legal consequences are immediate and hard to unwind. The emergence of harness engineering allows firms to establish a closed-looped working system for agents. By setting explicit rules, authority limits, and verification protocols, organization can prevent agents from declaring victory too early and ensure work is reliable. And so we are starting to see more and more harness engineering concept coming up again and again. So with that, we are concluding agents in the AI agent industry update, and I highly recommend, please do sign in to the AI for Everyone, which is Signal in the Noise. Subscribe for the thing. Thank you.